We often hear dopamine called the happy chemical. It's the brain chemical that makes us feel good when we achieve something. But in today's world, dopamine is doing more harm than good, not because it's bad, but because modern life has hacked it. Understanding how dopamine works, why it evolved, and how we can reset it through intentional action is key to regaining our focus, motivation, and sense of fulfillment. What dopamine actually does in the brain. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, basically a chemical messenger, that plays a huge role in how we feel and act. It influences movement, motivation, pleasure, productivity, and even our sense of happiness. Whenever we accomplish something, whether it's finishing a workout or checking a small task off a to-do list, our brain rewards us with a hit of dopamine. This feel-good reward reinforces the behavior, encouraging us to keep striving for more. But there's a catch. Dopamine isn't designed to give the same pleasure over and over. It's wired to push us toward novelty, growth, and improvement. The law of diminishing returns. Why the same win feels less rewarding. Think about an athlete winning their first marathon. The victory brings a massive dopamine rush. But if they win the same race again, the feeling isn't quite as intense. That's not because the win is less important, but because the brain wants something more. This is the principle of diminishing returns. Dopamine rewards novelty and progress. Repeating the same thing gives us less of a high, which is why people are always chasing bigger goals or stronger stimulation. In our ancestors' time, this drive kept them alive. Today, it's making us restless and distracted. How dopamine was meant to work. Thousands of years ago, dopamine was linked directly to survival. Our ancestors got dopamine hits only when they did things that helped them live, like finding food, water, or escaping danger. This created a deep connection in the brain between dopamine and survival. If something gave us dopamine, our brain assumed it was essential for life. That wiring still exists today, even though our environment has completely changed. The modern hijack. Instant dopamine everywhere. Here's the real problem. Our brains haven't evolved, but our world has. We now have unlimited access to unnatural high dopamine hits, things like scrolling through short videos, eating junk food, or playing video games. These activities give us the same chemical rush that used to come from hunting or surviving, except now, it requires almost no effort. That's why we can scroll endlessly on our phones without feeling tired, but struggle to study or work for 30 minutes. Slow, meaningful activities don't give us that instant dopamine spike. So our brain chooses the easier option over and over again. This cycle builds quiet addiction. Over time, we lose patience for anything that doesn't give us immediate pleasure, and our ability to stay motivated starts to fade. Breaking the cycle. The power of a dopamine detox. A dopamine detox isn't about completely removing dopamine from your life. That's not possible. Instead, it's about cutting out artificial, high-intensity dopamine sources so your brain can reset and learn to appreciate natural rewards again. During this process, you intentionally avoid activities like mindless scrolling, short-form videos, junk food, sugary snacks, or other quick dopamine triggers such as video games. In the beginning, this can feel boring and uncomfortable because your brain will naturally crave those easy, instant hits. But this initial discomfort is a crucial part of the healing process, allowing your brain to recalibrate and find satisfaction in more meaningful, real-life experiences. As your brain recalibrates, simple activities, like reading a book, finishing a workout, or completing a task, start to feel satisfying again. You rebuild your ability to focus and find joy in real effort. How to start a dopamine detox. You don't need to disappear from the world to do a dopamine detox. The key is to start small and build gradually. For example, you can begin by picking one day a week to stay off your phone or social media. You might also try a one-week challenge where you avoid short videos or junk food. During this time, replace those quick dopamine hits with slower, more meaningful activities like walking, journaling, exercising, or reading. As you get comfortable with these changes, you can extend the detox to a month or even longer. The longer you stay away from artificial dopamine spikes, the easier it becomes to enjoy simple things and stay consistent with the habits that truly matter. Taking back control. The truth is, dopamine isn't the enemy, It's just being misused. Our ancestors needed dopamine to survive. Today, we need to protect it to thrive. The moment we stop letting instant gratification control us is the moment we regain our motivation, energy, and clarity. This is about more than just focus. It's about taking ownership of your mind, your habits, and your life. Well, that is it for today. Like, share, and subscribe for more educational videos like this. Thank you for watching.